Okay, Assalamualaikum. Selamat tengah hari, hari Rabu. So, bertemu lagi dalam hashtag ini cerita saya. Episod yang ke-18, versi BTS ataupun behind the scene. So, bila kita cakap behind the scene ni, kita nak berkongsi kisah-kisah realiti, aspirasi dan inspirasi warga-warga Yayasan Peneraju di sebalik tabir. So, bila cakap di sebalik tabir tu, kita nak tahulah departmen mana yang bertanggungjawab, siapa yang bertanggungjawab, siapa buat itu, siapa buat ini, semua tu. And then sedikit trivia, Yayasan Peneraju akan menyambut ulang tahun yang ke-10 tahun pada 14 Februari 2022. Tak lama lagi, sebulan lagi. So Yayasan Peneraju dah melahirkan lebih 42,000 penerima faedah di seluruh Malaysia dan melalui 370 program yang kita dah offer selama daripada start kita beroperasi dari 2012 sampailah tahun ni 2022. Okay, so hari ni kita ada dua lagi tetamu. Semalam kita dah ada buat penampilan ulung dari JRC dan hari ni another tetamu dari JRC juga. And then lagi seorang lagi dari department yang lain. So maybe boleh kenalkan diri dan berapa lama kerja dekat Yayasan Peneraju dan dekat department mana. Silakan.
Alright, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Nama saya Anis Rahman. Saya dari Department Strategic Planning atau pengurusan strategi. So dalam YP kita panggil SP for short lah, Strategic Planning. So saya dah bersama dengan Yayasan Peneraju sekitar 1.5 years.
Alright, thank you Anis from Strategic Planning. Okay, tetamu seterusnya boleh kenalkan diri.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat tengah hari. Saya Afzan Mahmud dari Jabatan Tadbir Urus Pengurusan Risiko dan Pematuhan, or we call it Governance, Risk Management and Compliance. For short, it's GRC. I have been with Yayasan since April 2013, so almost 9 years. Alhamdulillah.
Almost 10 years juga.
Alhamdulillah nanti. InsyaAllah.
Alright, thank you Afzan from GRC. Okay, Anis, you punya department berapa ramai untuk under strategic planning tu?
Strategic planning at the moment ada 3 including myself. So another 2 lah I punya team members, Akmal dan juga Ilya.
So masing-masing dengan GD yang berbeza lah kan?
GD yang berbeza. So both of them are reporting to me lah.
Okay, so maybe Anis boleh cerita sikit your roles ataupun your function kat Yayasan Peneraju and macam mana your function to contribute to Yayasan Peneraju punya mandate as a whole.
I see. Okay. So for SP, kita punya primary role dekat Yayasan Peneraju ni mostly is coordination and alignment lah. So macam kita semua tahu, YP ni kita mendukung dan melaksanakan dasar nasional. So dasar nasional ni dia luas, sangat besar. So daripada ada elemen-elemen sosial macam jaga kesejahteraan, keselamatan, kesihatan, sampailah ekonomi dan juga pendidikan. So untuk YP, daripada SP punya side, kita akan try to see macam mana kita fit into this peranan kita untuk mendukung dasar-dasar ni. So daripada situ contohnya kalau macam RMK kita nak pendidikan Bumi Putra. So macam mana kita nak buat benda tu? Daripada dasar asas kita align sejajar dengan strategi dalaman YP lah. So strategi dalaman YP contohnya stakeholders kita, apa yang stakeholders kita nak? Stakeholders ni macam contohnya ahli lembaga pengarah. So untuk YP kita panggil ahli lembaga pengarah kita, ahli lembaga pemegang amanah. So BOT in short. Apa yang dia nak capai, macam mana kita nak capai, apa yang kita boleh improve dari segi prestasi kita from dari satu point ke satu point. Dan macam kita evaluate dari 1 year to the year berikutnya lah. So according to myself, menurut saya SP punya role secara amnya proper coordination. So macam mana kita nak coordinate mendukung hala tuju tu, kita bagi sense of purpose and kita elakkan daripada tersasar dari mandat kita lah, mandat YP yang telah diberikan. Kita increase efficiency, so kita look for areas for improvement. Kita nak buat yang lebih baik, terutamanya kita menjaga amanah duit rakyat. Kita always kena tengok macam mana kita boleh buat lebih baik untuk manfaatkan rakyat. So strategis kita kena that is our top priorities lah. And then mengurangkan risiko in business. So in order for us, in the spirit of us wanting to do more, wanting to do well, better, kita kena tengok area-area yang exposure risiko lah, kita manage ataupun kurangkan risiko tu untuk make sure that perancangan kita achieve kita punya objektif. And then encourage creativity and also innovation. Untuk kita come up with a strategy, kita kena ada innovation, kita kena ada innovative mind, kena kreatif in problem solving, but of course have to be within the rules and regulation yang dibenarkan lah, nak kreatif pun kan. But we have to do the thinking, so it encourages thinking and problem solving as well. And finally it helps in decision making lah. So bila kita nak buat strategi ni, kita buat analytics, kita tengok areas to improve contohnya kan. So all these things will help YP in terms of macam mana kita nak buat an well-informed decision considering all angles.
Okay. I dengar pun takut. Sounds very important dekat Yayasan Peneraju.
Kan? Dia punya macam ni.
Dia kan like the first layer of ensuring Yayasan Peneraju punya mandate tu di landasan yang betul kan.
Betul.
Alright. Thank you Anis. Kak Afzan, you punya unit berapa ramai?
There's 4 of us. So there's myself. Lepas tu I have another 3 colleagues yang in the department. Each generally we've got 2 who looks after internal audit and risk management, and 1 more person that works closely with me on governance and integrity.
I see. Okay, maybe Kak Afzan pula, maybe you can tell us about your function ataupun your job roles kat Yayasan Peneraju and macam mana you punya functions to contribute dekat Yayasan Peneraju punya operations or mandate lah.
Okay, for GRC, we actually have 4 units under GRC, which is governance, integrity, risk management, and also internal audit. So the first role, basically we report functionally to the board audit risk and board audit and risk committee, and also administratively to the CEO. For governance, which is our first unit, governance helps Yayasan Peneraju establish their governance framework. So Yayasan Peneraju is a company limited by guarantee, CLBG. So we have to adhere to the Companies Act. So GRC helps to facilitate, to ensure that the organisation adheres to the regulations, and we encourage the organisation to adopt best practices in our policies and procedures. Next would be integrity. So for integrity, we have put in place the organisation anti-corruption plan, which is in line with the government's national anti-corruption plan. We also have established the whistleblowing channel, and we provide advisory in terms of integrity related matters. Untuk whistleblowing channel, it's not just open to employees, but it's also to all stakeholders and also the public. So in case anyone has any concerns with valid reasons and evidence related to integrity, corruption, or abuse of power, they can lodge a report to us on Yayasan Peneraju's website. That would be the details. So in case a report reaches us, we would do the necessary fact-finding before we proceed with the next course of action. We are also working closely with SPRM and with MACC 17A. That's the adequate procedures that have to be in place, which is trust. So we are overseeing to make sure the action plans are implemented. We do a lot of awareness programs for our stakeholders, mainly our employees, scholars, and also the program partners, our vendors. Our role in terms of internal audit is to provide assurance to the board, basically independent assurance that the organisation is being run accordingly to the governance. We provide recommendations for improvement plans, but we also look into compliance of the internal controls. For risk management, we work closely with the risk champions, the risk owners to proactively identify risks for new initiatives, and also in case there's anything that we're doing right now, kalau mungkin kita terlepas pandang any risk action plans, we need to look whether whatever plans that we have is adequate. So all these 4 roles that we play helps in managing and also taking care of Yayasan Peneraju. So it's the second line and third line of defense to protect Yayasan Peneraju and its stakeholders. So like I mentioned before, we provide assurance to the stakeholders that the organisation is being run with good governance, high level of integrity, and with obviously zero tolerance to corruption.
Okay, ni lagi satu. Takut dengar.
Baru nak tanya, so mana you takut lagi? I ke GRC? Kan?
Kita cek, alhamdulillah, insyaAllah.
It seems like lah, GRC and strategic planning are both indeed key departments lah dekat Yayasan Peneraju in ensuring Yayasan Peneraju punya operation, punya mandat, punya objektif tu berada di landasan yang betul dan mengikut SOP yang betul lah kan. So to be honest lah Kak Afzan, I selalu seorang risk champion tau. So setiap kali dapat email dari GRC pasal risk tu macam apa aku kena buat ni, sebenarnya it takes time lah, but I understand lah the importance of buat benda tu. But lama-lama okay lah.
Yeah, it's actually a learning process. I think eventually you'll adapt to it where it becomes a norm. You would think about the risk before you do anything, and you have the mitigation plans ready. So in case na'uzubillah lah, anything happens in the future, you're already ready. You already have your plans in place. You know, you just look out, okay, what am I supposed to do? So it smoothens your process actually. I know it's a learning process.
Hopefully you can foresee the risk, whatever risk yang akan berlaku nanti.
Yeah, and we are ready for it rather than something happens without us being without having a plan.
Okay. Anis, selama setahun 6 bulan kata tadi?
Lebih kurang.
Tahun 6 bulan, alright. Apa memori ataupun pengalaman yang you tak boleh lupa sepanjang bekerja kat Yayasan Peneraju? Tak kisahlah dengan staff ke, any events kat Yayasan Peneraju ke, or maybe you have interacted dengan Yayasan Peneraju punya scholars ke for this, anything. Your story, ini cerita Anis.
Okay, so ini dalam ini cerita Anis So kalau kata tengok I punya time tu tak lama sangat, about 1 year plus. And then unfortunately pula I masuk masa MCO, ada still lagi ada controls over kita punya movement kan. So tak banyak sangat involved dalam engagements lah, particularly in the on the ground engagements dengan kita punya scholars. So from I punya area yang strategi, so dalam keadaan yang tak orang cakap macam unprecedented punya time, I rasa the pengalaman yang I rasakan di little bit of the pressure lah to say is adalah untuk kita try to figure out what we want to do in this time, and then try to convince untuk stakeholder engagements lah, stakeholder management. Sebab kita kan macam I cakap tadi, kita mendukung dasar nasional, so we have a lot of stakeholders, and then kita nak manage, and then we have to go around. Untuk kesejahteraan rakyat, kita still lagi kena bagi figure out apa yang kita nak kena buatkan. So untuk nak meyakinkan and to figure things out during this trying times is something yang mencabar dan pengalaman lah untuk I, because coming from previous settings daripada corporate, kita agak localize sikit, so kita only answerable to kita punya board, kita punya dia ada a few layers of operating management kan. Tapi dekat YP ni dia lagi besar, kita ada kementerian, kita ada a few units, and it's a nation level yang kita perlu bertanggungjawab. So itu pada I the pengalaman and also the cabaran lah. In terms of memory, I rasa I masih lagi trying to create memories sebab baru setahun lebih kan. So hopefully boleh terlibat lah dengan on the grounds punya ni kan.
Lagi lama stay, lagi banyak memori. Betul. Cakap pasal lama, kita dengar pula orang lama dekat Yayasan Peneraju. Yang dekat sama birthday dah dengan Yayasan Peneraju, Kak Afzan, maybe boleh cerita kat your memory ataupun your pengalaman lah kerja dekat Yayasan Peneraju. Ini cerita Afzan.
Okay, ini cerita Afzan. In terms of almost 9 years kan, when I first started with Yayasan Peneraju, I was assigned to jaga scholars. So I was doing scholars management, and after that I did some finance, procurement, and also HR. But in terms of memories, of course, there's lots of memories, countless memories with the scholars and also all the other stakeholders involved. There's two particular basically in a way memory or also experience that I can't forget. One would be Tunas Geliga. Tunas Geliga is our our program where we actually sponsor the students to study mainly in boarding schools. So in terms of our first cohort, we had a young boy, a Penan boy from Sabah, from Sarawak. If I'm not mistaken, he's from Baram. For him to actually come to school, which is he was based in MRSM, and to actually come to camp, because at that time Yayasan Peneraju had 2 to 3 physical camps in Klang Valley or sometimes regional. He would actually have to travel. It takes him probably 2 days to travel. Like he would have to get on a bike, motorcycle with his father, and then the father would have to send him naik bus pula, lepas tu naik boat, lepas tu naik 4-wheel drive, and then naik flight to KL. So the whole journey for him takes roughly 2 days. It was for me, and then when we see him at the airport, he's always smiling like nothing happened. If it was us, we would just be so exhausted. I was so grateful to be part of that journey with him, in making sure he arrived safely wherever he had to be working with his counselors, with his teachers, the program partners who always made sure, we were there to attend to his needs if there's any, emotionally. And of course, there's always Yayasan Peneraju that was involved in his nurture and development program. Alhamdulillah, he is currently studying in a prestigious university in Malaysia, doing engineering. So I'm glad that we are part of that, where someone who probably would not be able to achieve or experience and get a proper education is now having an opportunity to change the lives of his family and community. The other incident also would be for Tunas Geliga, the second cohort, where Yayasan Peneraju shortlisted the candidate to be a scholar. Unfortunately, because of the area that she was in, the letter of offer never reached her. So at the registration day of the particular MRSM, the Timbalan Menteri of Luar Bandar at that time was made aware that a scholarship was available for the student, but there was no way for us to get in touch with him, to get in touch with the scholar, which is actually her. So the Timbalan Menteri made it a point with his special officer to actually look for the student himself. And, if I'm not mistaken, I was made aware that he actually went to the Rumah Panjang to get in touch with her and her family. And Alhamdulillah, with the help of so many people, she managed to register at our camp and also MRSM. So I'm so proud to also say that she's currently waiting to be accepted to an institute, to a university, hopefully to study perguruan. It's been a heartfelt and profound experience for me, and also a humbling experience for me to meet the candidates, the families, and also the students, to be working with the ministries, pledges, vendors, our program partners, and also my Yayasan Peneraju colleagues. The effort to achieve a particular goal or success for a particular student. It's true how there is a proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. In this case, there's so many people in Malaysia, regardless of race, gender, positions, who is involved in making sure an individual is given the opportunity and support, physically, financially, emotionally, and always be there for these people. So I'm so blessed to have had this opportunity to work with people, and and to see the success of these kids.
Betul, I agree. So for Tunas Geliga, we actually sponsored from Form 1 until Form 5 students, right?
That's
So
right.
the first cohort tu, bila kita tengok dia grow daripada Form 1 sampai Form 5, and then habis Form 5 sampailah sekarang dah sekarang kat uni pun, is being a part of their journey tu, buat kita rasa macam sedih satu, happy pun satu juga kan.
Yes,
So, bila
gives
dengar
us
your
goosebumps looking at how they've grown.
Betul. Bila dengar your story tu rasa macam tak tahulah nak rasa tua ke ataupun nak rasa.
Oh, tak ada. Alhamdulillah, all
But
energetic.
hearing your stories tu macam rasa ni lah, it's very I tak tahu nak describe macam mana, but it's very being a part of the process tu yang penting sebenarnya kan. So we have actually helped a student yang kalau kita tak bagi dia peluang, tak tahulah apa nasib dia kan. in the future. Kita dah bagi dia peluang through Yayasan Peneraju, kita dah bagi dia peluang untuk dapat better education walaupun ada hardship yang dia perlu tempuh untuk keluar dari kampung tu is very very challenging, tapi kita dah bantu dia and then in the end eventually harap-harap dia bolehlah ubah nasib keluarga dia. Kan? Alright.
To play a part in changing someone's life kan?
Betul, I agree. That's the beauty lah kerja dekat Yayasan Peneraju actually.
Yes,
Alright. Anis, kata-kata akhir untuk Yayasan Peneraju since kita pun nak menyambut 10 tahun anniversary kan?
Okay, so kalau for me, kata-kata akhir I mungkin working towards realizing aspiration. Kita punya tag kan, kita nak realize aspirasi. So kita dah macam midway lah. So daripada penubuhan YP sampai sekarang kita almost 10 years kita panggil in service lah. So harapan I apa yang kita dah buat, macam I'm hearing from lots of you guys punya stories kan, you've done a great job. I mean wonders sebenarnya kan, macam saya cakap tadi, playing a part in changing people's life. So benda-benda yang bagus yang kita dah buat tu, I hope that we can continue on doing. And then macam tadi I cakap juga, bracing the future, sebab sekarang ni dengan keadaan yang unprecedented and then something's changing, benda yang kita expect sebelum ni mungkin berubah. So towards future pun kita boleh orang cakap go through the challenge and then sampai ultimate goal kita adalah untuk keep on realizing aspirations lah. So harapan I, and hope to be part of the journey as well.
Alright, thank you Anis. Afzan, your last words.
Okay, dalam merealisasi aspirasi Yayasan Peneraju, I hope we will continue to provide services to the rakyat in line with the governance aspirations, with an excellent level of integrity. Also, regardless whatever challenges that come our way, there's always people that we can work with and collaborate with, so that at the end of the day, the success and the goals that are met, whatever challenges that we face, it seems a little only in the future. So inshallah, I hope that we will keep persevering and help as much as possible to realize aspirations of more individuals in Malaysia.
Yeah, alright. Thank you, Yayasan. Inshallah, Yayasan Peneraju will continue to develop more quality and Bumi Putra, and eventually lah, diorang akan dapat contribute back to the nation and also to the community. Alright. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you very much, Kak Afzan from GRC and Anis from Strategic Planning for the session today, episod 18 dah. So kita akan bertemu lagi di episod ke-19 dengan 2 lagi tetamu. So untuk program-program dekat Yayasan Peneraju yang sedang dibuka, boleh layari laman web kita www.yayasanpeneraju.com.my ataupun follow kita punya social media di Instagram, Twitter dan juga Facebook. Tag Yayasan Peneraju, insyaAllah akan jumpa. Okay, so sehingga berjumpa lagi. Again, thank you so much Kak Afzan and Anis. Bye-bye.
Thank you Hanif. Alright, bye guys.